Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Vaughn and I'm a speech language pathologist at St. Louis University in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis University is the Speak Out Therapy and Research Center for the state of Missouri. I'm honored to be here today to lead you through today's online Speak Out home practice. So today's theme is Missouri, and we're going to learn all about Missouri as we warm up our voices and practice using intent. So the first thing I want everybody to do is we're going to say the word Missouri together. So let's say that together with intent. Missouri. Good. Let's say that one more time, really projecting that up and over your computer screen. Missouri. Good. So let's just go ahead and get right into our first exercise, which is the warm-up. Before we do that, let's go ahead and take a drink of water, making sure you're staying hydrated throughout to get your best voice that you can. So you guys are all very familiar with the May, Me, My, Mo, Moo, so let's go ahead and get to it. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good job, everyone. Making sure you're really projecting up and over that computer screen and really stretching out all of those sounds. Let's do that again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Nicely done. Are you still using intent from the beginning to the end? Keep up the good work. Let's do that again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Nicely done. Really focusing. It's hard sometimes to keep it going all the way to the end, but remember, just because I'm not taking a break or taking a breath does not mean you have to hold the entire time. Stop, take a breath whenever you need to. The goal is to project that voice up and over and be intentional regardless of how much breath you have. Let's do that again. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good job, guys. Really keeping up that good work of stretching that out. Let's do that one more time to really get our voices warmed up. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Nice job doing those warm-ups, guys. The next one we're going to do is the ah. Now with this one, the focus is on a strong voice, really projecting your voice. If you feel like you could hold it for 10 seconds, great. If you need to stop before that, absolutely, I want you to do that. The focus is on the quality, not the quantity or how long you can hold it. So let's just hold that ah. Here we go. Ah. Good. Did you really project that up and over your computer? Let's see if you can do that even better this time with more intent. Here we go. Ah. Nice job on that one. Let's do that one again. Here we go. Really projecting up and over our computer. Ah. Good. Feel free to stop and take a drink if you need to. I know we didn't take a drink before we started this activity, so feel free to go ahead and just take a small drink. I was noticing that I was needing one already. We're going to do that again. Really strong ah with intent. Ah. Nicely done. We're going to do that one more time to really get our voice up and warmed up. Now remember, you are really focusing on projecting your voice up and over the computer screen on this one. Really strong, intentional voice. Here we go. Last one. Ah. Nicely done, everyone. You guys are really working hard today. So now we're going to move on to our glides. So before we get started, let's go ahead and take a drink, just a small drink. Make sure you always have water handy while you're doing these exercises. It's really important to stay hydrated. So what we do now with these glides is to focus on what I heard once referred to as the song of speech. And I really love that description because when we talk, we have intonation patterns and our voice goes up, our voice goes down. We use all kinds of different pitches, and that's what this is focused on, is really trying to get all of those different pitches in our voices. So let's focus on going from low to high and then from high to low, but remember, using intent. Here we go. Ah, ah. Good. Did you maintain that intent the entire time? Really focusing on the low to high and high to low the whole time, really being intentional and deliberate. Let's do that again. Ah, ah. Good job, everyone. Really, are you getting all those different pitches in? If you need to do a stair-step model, that's always an option too. Let me give you an example of what that might look like. It might sound like this. Ah, ah, ah. And let's go back down. Ah, ah, ah. That's always an example of something you can try if you're really struggling to get those sounds in. You could always even do more than the 3 that I just gave you as well. So let's put all that together and really stretch that out, really using intent as we do these last couple glides. Ah, ah. Nicely done, everyone. We're going to do that one more time, and then our warm-up is complete. You guys are really doing a good job. Here we go. Ah, ah. Good job, everyone. Now we're going to move on to the counting exercise. So with this one, what we're going to do is we're going to stretch out each of those numbers going from 1 to 4, and then we're going to do the next line. Before we do that, let's go ahead and just take another drink. Remembering to take small drinks at a time so that it's easier to control it in your mouth, so the risk of choking is a little bit less. And when you're ready, we're going to start counting. We're going to go rows 1 through 4 and then 5 through 8. Here we go, really up and over the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Last row, keep up that intent. 13, 14, 15, 16. Nicely done. Again, I know that I took breaks after every 4. If you need to stop because you are noticing that you're not using intent, make sure you stop and breathe wherever you need to. The focus is really using strong intent. So let's do that again. This time let's start from the end. We'll do 16 to 13 and then back up to the row 12 through 9. Here we go. Make sure you're really using intent. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Last row, keep up that intent. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Did you maintain that intent the entire time, all the way from the start to the end? I know you can do it. We're going to do that one more time. This time we're going to do columns. We're going to start at 1 and go 1, 5, 9, 13, and then move on to the next column. Last time, really use intent from the beginning to the end. Here we go. 1, 5, 9, 13. 2, 6, 10, 14. 3, 7, 11, 15. Last row, keep it up. 4, 8, 12, 16. Nicely done, everyone. You guys are working so hard today. I love it. So now we're going to move on to our sentences. So before we do that, let's go ahead and take another small drink. Good. And like I said earlier, we're going to learn about Missouri today. And if you're anything like my patients, they love Jeopardy or fun fact type questions. They love learning new information. So I have some fun facts about the state of Missouri that we're going to learn together as we read them. And remember to focus on every word with intent. I really want you to project each of these words, each sound, up and over your computer. So let's read the first one together. Missouri's nickname is the Show Me State. Good. Let's go ahead and read that one more time. Missouri's nickname is the Show Me State. I have some more fun facts for you. Let's see what else we have. Let's read this one together with intent. The capital of Missouri is Jefferson City. Let's try that again. The capital of Missouri is Jefferson City. Good job. Did you keep that intent up from the very beginning to the end? Good. Let's learn or read about another one. Now this one is a little bit longer, so you're really going to have to focus from the very beginning to the very end of this whole sentence to make sure you're using intent with every word. Let's read it together. Missouri is bordered by 8 states: Iowa, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska. That's a lot of states. I put the map in there at the bottom just so that you can kind of have an idea of where Missouri sits, just in case you needed a refresher. We are definitely bordered by a lot of different states. Let's read that again together. Missouri is bordered by 8 states: Iowa, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska. A lot of states there. I think there's only a couple other states that are bordered by that many. Here's our next sentence. Remember to focus on using intent with every word. Missouri is known as the cave state with more than 6,000 caves. So let's read that again together with intent. Missouri is known as the cave state with more than 6,000 caves. I'm going to show you a picture of one of those caves here in just a little bit. Here's our next sentence, really focusing on intent. Kansas City and St. Louis are home to more than half of Missouri's population. Let's read that again. Kansas City and St. Louis are home to more than half of Missouri's population. Definitely a lot of people that live in both of those, both separate ends of the state too. Let's read another sentence. Make sure you're using intent. With nearly 200 fountains, Kansas City has earned its nickname, the City of Fountains. That was definitely news to me. I didn't know that one. Not as familiar with Kansas City as I am with the St. Louis, Missouri area. So let's read that again with intent. With nearly 200 fountains, Kansas City has earned its nickname, the City of Fountains. And there's a lot of beautiful ones, that's for sure. Here's our next sentence. Actually, and this is our last sentence. Read it with intent. St. Louis, Missouri hosted the first Olympic Games in America in the summer of 1904. Now that one was a little bit longer as well, so make sure you keep up that intent all the way from the very beginning to the end. Let's read it together. St. Louis, Missouri hosted the first Olympic Games in America in the summer of 1904. Great job, guys. we are going to move on to our cognitive activity now that we're done with our sentences. So before we do that, let's go ahead and take a drink. Making sure you keep that small amount so you can control it, like I said earlier. And what we're going to do with these cognitive activities is, as we're learning about Missouri, I have a couple of scenes that I want you to look at, and you're going to tell me what you see. You're going to tell me what you see as if I couldn't see it myself. Tell me about the colors. Tell me about what's happening in the background. What are there people in the pictures? What are they doing in the pictures? Is it a landscape? Tell me what you see as in much detail as you can. But remember, as you're describing this, I want you to really be intentional with your speech. This is really how we're going to be able to get using intentional speech from just reading and doing our warm-ups to conversational speech. This is going to help us do that. So let's look at this first picture. This first picture, as we were talking about the Kansas City, the city of fountains, here is one of those fountains in Kansas City. So tell me what you see happening in this picture as if I couldn't see it. Good. Did you say that with intent all the way from the very beginning to the very end? Good. I know you're working hard. Let's do this next picture. This next picture is one of the caves in Missouri. I believe this one is from Jefferson City. But tell me what you see is happening in this picture's colors, people, the car, the Jeep in this case. Tell me what you see is happening with intent. Good job, everyone. Did you keep up that intent all the way from the very beginning to the end? I know you can do it. Let's do this last picture. I wouldn't be doing justice to St. Louis if I didn't show you a picture of our famous Busch Stadium where the St. Louis Cardinals play. So this is just during one of our opening days one year. So tell me what you see is happening. Good. Did you say that with intent? Did you describe the sea of red and white all throughout the stadium with intent? See the arch in the background? There's a lot of things to talk about in this picture. So, very good, guys. You guys are really doing a good job. Now we're going to move on to our nonsense words. Before we do that, let's go ahead and take a small drink. Now we're going to really stretch these sounds out so that we're really projecting up and over the computer as we stretch these sounds out. We're going to do them a couple of times each. Here we go. Goo, la, gung, ga, ga. Good. Let's do that again. Goo, la, gung, ga, ga. Nice. Here's the next one. Coo, ka, mung, goo, ka. Let's say that one more time. Coo, ka, mung, goo, ka. We have a couple more of these. Really focus on saying these with intent. Gung, gla. And again. Gung, gla. And our last one. Really say it with as much intent as you can. Coo, claw. One more time. Coo, claw. Nicely done. All right, everyone. It is time for our bonus reading. Before we get started, again, I know we just had that short section with the nonsense words, but let's take a sip. And we're going to read all about the Gateway Arch. I told you we're going to be learning about Missouri, and I didn't put this in the sentences because I wanted to give you more information about the Gateway Arch as we have our bonus reading. As you go through this, you're going to notice that some of the words are underlined, and the reason for that is just so that you can really focus on saying all the words with intent. When you start reading, especially longer sentences, it's hard to maintain that from the very beginning to the very end. So I want you to really focus in on any underlined words or words that are closer to the end of the sentence and really focus on saying those with intent. When you're ready, let's do this together. The Gateway Arch. There is hardly a more iconic landmark in the Midwest than the Gateway Arch. Located on the west bank of the Mississippi River in St. Louis, Missouri, the arch stands 630 feet tall. It is twice as high as the Statue of Liberty and is as wide as it is tall. It is the tallest monument in the United States. Located beneath the arch lies a museum illustrating over 200 years of history about the movement west. Since its completion in 1965, the monument has taken millions of visitors on the trip to the top to enjoy stunning views stretching up to 30 miles. Now that was a long sentence. Let's read that one more time. Since its completion in 1965, the monument has taken millions of visitors on the trip to the top to enjoy stunning views stretching up to 30 miles. Commonly referred to as Gateway to the West, it has become an internationally recognized symbol of St. Louis. That brings us to the end of our practice session today. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed today's practice session learning a little bit about Missouri. Please reach out if you're looking for a provider anywhere in the state of Missouri. I'd love to be able to work with you and help you regain and maintain your speech and swallowing. I hope you all have a fantastic day.